All right, so here's the deal. So we're at day 3 of Overland Expo, and there's a whole lot less people here camping today. Brandon and I are gonna walk through the expo. We're gonna get some more footage of the vendors, but I'm more interested in seeing the people that have come to the expo, talking to some of the people. He is too. If you want to hear some of their experiences, go on to his channel and check it out, Trailspin TV. We're gonna do some walking and try not to fall. But yeah, man, check it out. That's sweet. Yeah. Where's the furthest you've taken this?
Ushuaia, Argentina.
Australia and Argentina?
No, Ushuaia, which is basically the bottom of the world.
Wow.
Tierra del Fuego, Argentina.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
From Canada, well, from Quebec, where I'm from.
Yeah.
To Prudhoe Bay, and then turn around and all the way down.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
No more land to drive onto.
What year is this?
83.
83. Man, that's sweet. So I see what's the fuel for all of your travels. I can see right here in the window is Tennessee whiskey. So that's how you know the guy's a good guy, right? I'd rock that. Nova Scotia. Every single time I'd pull out the camera, this guy's always beside me. He's getting in my vlog.
This guy's got a little GoPro.
He's got some kind of shit going on.
Channel going.
I'm trying to do things over here.
Man, I'm serious.
Come on, dude. Get out of here. Take a look at the build quality on that tent. Stout tent, dude. I mean, stout. See the rubber seals all the way around the top of the aluminum? That's no joke at all. Oh, snap. I got the power. That's an upgrade I can get down with. So check this out, guys. I'm here with Peter from Sloop Imports, and I was caught by surprise at this rooftop tent because I'm not a big rooftop tent fan, but you got to check his out. His rooftop tent is probably one of the stoutest I've seen right here. I'm gonna let him tell you about it so he can show you around.
Definitely. So I'm Peter Sloop with Sloop Imports. I'm the US Distributor importer for 𝐵𝐿𝐿 Industries, which is based out of Brisbane, Australia. The 𝐵𝐿𝐿 rooftop tent is 100% all Australian made. The entire shell is all aluminum. It's powder coated for the finished look, but it's all aluminum. Dynaproof wax converter canvas. It's the same canvas that all the big boys in Australia use. The complete assembly weighs 176 pounds, including the mattress and the tent. This one is currently set up with a Rhino rack, top and bottom, for solar. You can easily put up to 45 pounds on the roof, which is great because on smaller trucks there's not a lot of real estate.
Yeah.
The true testament was Friday here at Overland Expo. It rained probably 2 inches, 100% bone dry. So
that's why I wanted to do the video whenever I heard you say that. So this is my problem with the rooftop tent. Whenever I do travels, I usually do month-long adventures, right? And what I've found is when you're traveling, there's no such thing as a one-day rainstorm. It's always a 3-day deal. Right. So my problem is whenever you pack this thing up, you're still gonna have a wet tent. Whenever you pack it back out, you're still gonna have a wet tent. How does this go? You said there's a difference in the canvas there, and you've been bone dry the whole weekend. So tell us about how that works.
So granted, I've left this up. I mean, if it goes down wet, it's going to come back up wet as well.
Yep.
However, once the canvas has been used and exposed to a little bit of water, the waxes within the canvas will repel the water. So there's a little bit of a conditioning process. Now granted, if you throw some wet socks in a wet bag or a bag, they're still going to be wet.
Yep.
So, you know, fully sealed, you have access points on each side, roll it down a little bit and it'll dry out pretty quickly. A lot of it's kind of common knowledge.
Sure.
If you're wet going in, it's going to be wet coming out.
That's right.
Because it is sealed very well. But what I say is if you're going to sleep in it every night when you're camping, is if you're putting it away wet, pop it up as soon as you can, get a little airflow going, and you're totally fine.
Sweet. And you said it holds up to 45 pounds, which I think is awesome because a lot of guys don't do that.
Right.
So not only can I hold a solar panel up there like what you have, or maybe even one of the flexible, thinner options or something, but also I can put my kayaks, my mountain bikes, stuff like that up there. That's awesome, man. Well, this is really cool. And like I said, guys, the build quality on this, and I've said this before in some of the other videos, but you don't really appreciate build quality until you can actually get up on it and see how stout it is and see what it looks like and see the things like these thick rubberized gaskets around it and different things like that. But this is a really cool tent, man. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing more of these around.
Definitely.
So thanks for talking with us.
I appreciate it.
I know you're jealous of my vlogging setup here.
I am.
Yeah, so hey guys, I'm here with Michael from Overland Bound, and one thing that really upsets me a lot of times is the fact that he's so misunderstood amongst a wide audience of people. One of the cool things though is the fact that he helps our, you know, this genre, this activity, this hobby, he really helps everything. But the thing that nobody really realizes is how much back to the community he gives, the different things that he does, and all this different stuff. So I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit about some of the new programs he's got going on for next year. Tell us about it. First of all, I'm gonna try not to get the
pick your line.
Yeah,
pick your line.
Exactly.
Hey you guys, what's going on? Yeah, so we don't pay any attention to that. There's always naysayers, and you guys know in any kind of lifestyle, just don't listen to it, because we're focused on the positive. We're focused on what we're doing, which is awesome. We got some great stuff in the works for members. Not only are we handling navigation and community software, which is coming out next year, but there's a couple of other programs we have. We have two separate ones. As you guys know, proper land use is a huge conversation, and it's something that we can all agree not enough people are talking about, and it's not a small job. So we actually have two programs. We've cleaned up dozens and dozens of trails. Our members have cleaned up dozens and dozens of trails across the US through our Trail Guardian program. Now, you do not need to be a member to host a Trail Guardian cleanup, and what that means is that you can go to our website, you can start a Trail Guardian event, and it will automatically invite the Overland Bound members in that area to converge on a trail that needs some help or some maintenance. So that is something that anybody can do. We're definitely, don't talk about it, be about it. Get out there and actually pick up some trash or pound some rebar or whatever needs to be done. The fact of the matter is that the governmental organizations, including BLM and the National Forest Service, they do not have the resources to do the maintenance that is required to keep trails open. So, as an example, just a few weeks ago, we did a Trail Guardian event up in the Chappie-Shasta OHV area. Our members converged on that area. We worked directly with BLM land, and because of that effort, about 58,000 acres were reopened.
That's awesome.
They didn't have the manpower to do it, but we went there and we opened up that area. So we have another program called Boots on the Ground, which is working with government agencies to do stuff like that as well. So we got lots of great stuff. Go over to our website and you can learn more about those programs, and anybody can do it. But hey, the thing I want to underscore is that y'all need to be involved. You know, not enough of us are talking about this conversation. You can get involved, get in contact with any local club. If it's not Overland Bound, get involved with somebody else, but get involved with somebody who's involved in the conversation.
That's awesome.
All right, you guys, hey, adventure is necessary. We need to do our part. Get out there and explore.
I've done the jokes back and forth about the Overland badging and stuff like that. I've been a member of Overland Bound for a really long time now, a couple years. One of the cool things is the community. I've done all kinds of meetups, all these different things just off my forum membership, and I've never paid, but you know, based off of what you guys are doing, based off of all the things that you're doing, I'm gonna become an Overland Bound member today. So I don't know what number I'm gonna be, but I'm fixing to become an Overland Bound member, and it's official. You'll see the badge on the Forerunner, so definitely check these guys out. And like he said, you don't have to be part of OB to go out there and clean up a trail.
Yep.
Just clean up after yourself, make sure that you make smart decisions, don't go tear up the land, and that way we're all welcome to come out and enjoy it just like we have been. It's official now, guys. As you guys know, I'm sitting here at the Dometic booth, and as you guys know, I've had some issues with my 𝐼𝐵 fridge, and the issue that I keep having is actually the compressor is overheating and causing it to cut off, and then it never reads out that it cut off, so you don't know until 2 days later when you eat some bad chicken. I wanted to stop by the Dometic booth, hear a little bit about their fridges, and see what makes them a key player in the industry. So let's take it out. All right, this is Derek. What's up, Derek? So tell me a little bit about this Dometic fridge that we have here. This is about the size that I'd probably be interested in myself. I don't know which one's your most common or which one, so tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, our 50 liter and our 40 liter are our two most common sizes for most any application, where we differentiate ourselves as we produce our own compressor. So we're not using everything that the rest of the market is using in this series of our units. So we're able to get some more efficiency, some deeper cooling, and overall better value, we feel, out to the consumer market.
Sweet. Now, does this have a remote option or anything?
We don't have a remote, but what we do have is a Wi-Fi enabled app.
Sweet.
So this emits a Wi-Fi signal. You download the free app onto your Android or iOS device, and you're able to set your temperature, monitor your alarms, your
all from the app.
All from the app, off of your smartphone or your tablet.
And then, of course, you can still do it right here at the deal.
Correct. You can still do it on the control panel.
Great. And typical 12-volt setup. No real main modifications or anything.
No, sir. It's 12 to 24 volt DC, 100 to 240 volt AC compatible. Comes with the cords for both AC and DC.
That's
Plug
sweet.
and play units.
What's the warranty like?
Warranty's 2 years.
That's good.
Bumper to bumper.
Yeah, and one of the reasons I wanted to come talk to you guys is because I have a buddy of mine that actually came over yesterday, and he had an issue with his Dometic, and you guys were like, here's another one. And I respect that a lot in a company. So
well, we keep our customers happy and our name up there in a positive standing.
Well, that's sweet, man. Well, I'm definitely interested in your fridge. So cool thing right here, they've got a front to back opening fridge here, right? And then they've got the side opening fridge. So the side opening fridge, you can actually interchange these lids and make it on either side that you want, which is a really neat feature. And I want you to notice something here too. This goes all the way up and it doesn't slam down. So you guys have heard me cuss on film before when this thing slams down on my head while I'm trying to load it. Notice how this one stands up? Pretty sweet. So this is a limited edition, and you get the little plate showing it. But check out these handles, man. These handles are stout. Just your build quality overall in these fridges, I can tell you just by looking at it. And that's what I told all these folks online that I've talked to today. The one thing you don't realize when you come to places like these, if you just see the stuff online, you can't touch it, feel it, do all that. But when you come here, you can touch it, feel it, you can see how strong it is, you can see how it's reinforced, you can see all these different things that really make this a strong fridge. If I drop this out of the truck, I feel like it's still going to work.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And you can see all the different applications that people are using these in, and you can talk to us and ask your specific questions for your build out or your application.
Yeah. Sweet. All right, so Derek was just telling us a little bit about a new product that Dometic's had, and it's won all kind of awards at SEMA and everything, but this is a portable battery option for your fridge that allow it to run for a couple days, and I'm going to let them tell us a little bit about that.
Yep, this is a 500 watt hour lithium iron phosphate portable pack. It is 40 amp hours, equivalent to a 45 amp hour lithium ion or a 75 amp hour lead acid battery in terms of its capacity. It's a linear discharge from 100% full all the way down to 0%. So you can fully discharge it, and it puts out a continual 12.8 volts of power from that whole discharge level. That's why it's linear. It's again, it's much like our fridges. It's plug and play. We've got 3 different inputs for power charging and different outputs for power consumption. On the output side, you've got USB ports. You've got your standard 12 volt plug for DC, and then you've got a 2-pin 12 volt DC outlet as well. That's what we have the fridge running on right now. On the input side, for charging, you can charge it directly off the vehicle battery. On the back side here, you've got an AC input, and then you've got a DC input for your Anderson plug for your solar compatibility. It's got its built-in solar converter as well, so you don't need to buy that piece separately.
So I don't need a solar charger? Really? You just plug a panel up into this thing and you're rolling?
Right up into there with your Anderson clip.
That's sweet. Yep. So, and then the other thing that you touched on was the linear discharge. So that's a big thing. A lot of people don't realize when these things start going down and you lose some of that volts. If you've got a fridge, like most of these fridges have a low, medium, or high setting to cut off. If this thing cuts off because you drop voltage, but you still have 30% of your battery, then it's useless. But this right here, you keep 12.8 volts all the way down to a discharge.
All the way down.
And that's probably why you guys won awards, I can see.
That's right. And
also, the battery technology that you're using.
And with the lithium iron phosphate, it's a lot more stable actually than lithium ion, so you don't have that chemical.
And the other concern that most people have with lithium ion that they may not know about is if lithium ion is punctured in any way, shape, or form, it turns into a bomb.
That's right.
This battery technology is not as volatile as that, from my understanding.
Yep,
yeah, that's fantastic.
That's one of them.
Yeah, it's a little bit heavier on that battery, right?
Actually, this is, well, a little bit, but it's still only 14 pounds.
Yeah,
so very
but
lightweight.
That's great. And how many charge ups, discharge, full charge cycles are expected?
Over 2,000.
That's sweet. Cool, man. Yeah, check that out. Dometic.com.
𝐷ometic.com.
Interested in your fridges. Hey, it was good talking to you.
You too.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys, so I'm here with the Hickory from Nuthouse Industries, and it's one of their cool trailers. And I wanted to stop and talk to Andy. I had one of you guys ask me to do a quick walk around on this, so I wanted to do one while I was here. And I'll tell you, you know, I've said this before, trailers aren't necessarily my thing because they don't fit my application as much as they do some of the others, but trailers have an awesome place in this world. One of the coolest things is the fact that you can leave everything packed up, ready to roll. You just hook up to it and go. That's the biggest draw. So if you have a family, it makes it real easy. But I'm gonna let Andy tell you guys about this awesome trailer. It's really sweet. It looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Andy with Nuthouse Industries. This trailer we have at the show today is a Hickory model. The difference with our trailers and everybody else's, we're all aluminum construction, and our trailers are custom built per your application. So we can custom match tires, wheel combos, sizes, options. We don't have a catalog of models we offer solutions for what you're looking for, and trailers are a great solution to haul your gear, set up base camp. This particular one is set up really to go down the trail. It's ruggedized throughout. It's got the 360-degree rotational coupler there. You've got a mechanicals box in the front, one of our classic series truck racks bolted to the top for a rooftop tent. We got tubular fenders. This one was keyed
Adds
after
to the sweet factor, by the way.
Wrangler 𝐺𝐿𝐴, so you follow the line. These are 37-inch mud trains on Sabora bead locks that match the Jeep that tow it. The color is the rescue green that was popular on the early 𝐺𝐿𝐴s. We use polyurea Line-X coatings on the outside, so it's super durable. Gives you a nice soft texture as well. A lot of features, ventilation. This one features a tailgate instead of barn doors, which is pretty nice.
Oh, so now I got a workspace. I got a sitting area.
To sit.
Yeah.
Exactly. On this rack, we can incorporate Rotopacks, Max Trax mounts, high lift mounts, things like that. Awnings can be upfitted on it. Typically the front door, there will be a pull out in here for a cooler. This model is just a basic box right now. We just haven't upfitted it.
Yeah, because like you said, these things are custom applications for whatever your solution.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We try to build it to what you're looking for and not just tell you here's A, B, C, or D, choose one.
That's awesome. Now, do you guys just build trailers?
No, we build custom racks. Have one over here on one of the new ZR2s.
Uh-oh, guys, you already know about Colorado. So
everybody knows that.
I just got the okay from Christy, my wife, to allow us to start working on the 2016 Colorado.
Okay.
And she wanted some stuff like this, so here you go.
So this is one of our Tech 2 series racks. Again, all aluminum construction, Rotopacks mounts. You can see the high lift mount here. This is one of our removable hard deck covers. These come off in 4 sections.
And it's got tie down points, so the track system down there, I see.
It's got a strong top so you can carry a spare tire, spare gear. Not your typical coiling cover that secures everything but doesn't offer you any carrying capacity. On this side over here, we've got mounts for propane tanks. Because this will get a full Expedition upfit in it when it gets back to the shop. Has a pull-out slide, cook stove, ARB fridge freezer, everything you need to camp. And of course our rooftop tent.
That's sweet. Yeah, I love it, man.
One of our last new product we brought to the show is our 𝐼𝐴𝐻 beds. Again, all aluminum. Line-X coatings. You got the skirted boxes. This one has a little sleeper cab with a full electrical package inside with lighting.
I like the sleeper cab idea.
Yes, and this thing's all modular. This is bolted on, so you get done on your adventure and you just want to use the flatbed to haul some stuff to the house, take the module off.
That's right.
And go on about your business. It can be a work truck and a play truck.
So coming from a guy that has to put all this dirty stuff at the same place that I got to put my 4-inch memory foam mattress, this is the solution to it right here.
Absolutely. That's
pretty sweet, and I'm a big fan of the flatbed trucks too, so that adds to it.
It's a good look.
Well, that's really cool. Where can they check you out at?
www.nuthousindustries.com, Facebook, Instagram, you know, all the normal places. Give us a call at the shop as well, 513-899-2342.
Sweet, man. Well, Andy, it was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you.
Thanks for walking us around.
Thanks.
Still on the hunt for the perfect fridge, right? So we've taken a look at the Snowmaster guys, taken a look at the Dometic guys. Take a look. Here we are. Tell us a little bit about the Engel.
So Engel's been around for over 50 years. making fridge freezers, and really what sets us apart from the rest of the pack is the famous 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐺 swing motor compressor. So the 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐺 swing motor compressor, very simplistic design. It's basically a spring piston design, and it inherently has a couple of advantages. One is power draw. It simply doesn't require as much power to get started nor to maintain operation. So low amp draw equals longer, more flexible type drive times and stay times, and how you operate the fridge during those times if you don't have supplemental power, solar, those types of things to augment your battery. 2, very quiet, but 3, also with that, it really doesn't generate any heat. So again, we, like everyone, we recommend proper venting around the compressor side of your fridge freezers. All those things are very important, but unless you're in a very harsh ambient condition, this motor is going to, in full operation, is going to be warm to the touch. So a couple things: you don't have to be quite as conscious of where you put it, how you orient it in your vehicle. Make sure it vents properly to operate efficiently. 2, you don't have any unlucky people that get worried about who has to sit next to the compressor because they're going to have warm air seeping on them all day. So it's a really efficient, long-term, robust unit, really well in high vibration environments, which is why Engel has such a great reputation for long-term performance and reliability.
So that's sweet. So one thing that you touched on was the fact that you use a different compressor, and the cool thing about your compressor is the fact that it doesn't put off enough heat. So that is the exact problem that I'm having with my current setup right now. Is, like I was telling you, the compressor cuts off and there's no way to ever tell that it cut off. 2 days later you're eating bad chicken and now it's a nightmare.
You know, a Danfoss style compressor, which is what everybody else uses at this point, is a centrifugal, and it just, one, it requires a lot of power to get it moving. We got an Amber Alert happening, huh?
You know, for the life of me, and I hate that it interrupted our video, because for the life of me, I can't figure out why they use the same exact noise as like a national emergency.
Exactly.
But anyway.
So, you know, we don't have to overcome momentum when this cycle's on. Basically, it starts with a very soft bounce and it just builds momentum. Gravity assists it in its operation. So you don't have that big voltage spike at startup. That can be a problem if you have waning batteries at any point. But overall, while it operates, it's not working quite as hard. It's not working with speed to do its job. So again, you could hold that compressor in your hand generally, maybe not if you're in a 100-degree desert. Sure. But for most part, you can. It's warm to the touch. You know, we're not shielding anyone from the compressor here because it's dangerously hot. We're just protecting it.
That's sweet. And what's the inside of this thing look like here?
So this is a basic single cavity MT45 Platinum. Comes with a basket. These make for a little bit more convenient loading and unloading, especially when you go hit the grocery. A lot of people just take the basket inside.
Took me a while to learn that trick.
That way you know you've calibrated your load right. But again, Engel's tried and true is about simplistic design. The MT series is really relatively unchanged in 30 plus years, and you know, we still like the rotary knob. Temperature control, the reason why is because
it works.
Doesn't break.
That's right.
The Japanese 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐺 does not like to introduce potential weak points to a tried and true product, so that's really what this represents.
Well, hey, it's a good deal. It's definitely got a legendary reputation for sure, and you can stick all the stickers on there too, which is pretty cool. Absolutely. Well, hey, listen, man, thanks for telling us about it, and I appreciate it. Check these guys out. Check out Engel Fridge Freezer. All right, guys, so I'm at the Southeast Overland tent. So I've actually been to their shop. It's a pretty good little operation that they got going on there, but one of the things I like about it is right here, it's in South Carolina. And tell us a little bit about your recovery options.
So our recovery options, we have your just off-the-shelf lines that are gonna be, you know, standard for any winch. We can splice them to whatever needs you want, whatever thimbles you want, extra abrasion guards. However you'd like it, but the premise is it's just real good quality rope. It's all US made stuff, 𝐵𝐸 steel blue, good rope, but nothing you don't need, if that makes sense.
I got you. No fluff.
Exactly. So it's one of those things. It's a real simple line. They work really well. They're all spliced here at our store, and
Pretty sweet.
much it, so.
And you guys sell more than just recovery option, obviously. You guys are full-on equipment store. I think the way that I found you guys is I was actually looking for some 𝐵𝐿𝐼 or some fist, the quick fist.
Yes, sir.
And so I found you guys had that, but you guys have a bunch of different stuff they can
Yes,
get.
sir. We have a bunch of different stuff in-house. We do lifts, wheels, tires, any armor you may need. We started doing recovery. It's kind of where our name, how we got there.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, people were like, "Hey, can I come to you to get a lift done?" Absolutely. Now we have our storefront. We have a big 4-bay garage. We do all sorts of install work.
Yeah.
Really anything. We do, wheels,
Everything
tires.
Overland.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Even some resto stuff too. So
Nice.
Really anything.
Well, cool.
So.
Well, check these guys out at Southeast Overland. I think you've probably seen the 𝐼𝐶𝐂𝐿𝐴 a time or two on the channel. So, cool deal, man. Hey, look, it's really nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
So I'm here at the Method Race Wheels, and they make some awesome wheels. But one of the cool things I really like it is something that we just talked about is I see these on all the desert running trucks. I've been to a couple of the races and stuff like that, and it's what these guys are running, and there's a reason that they're running this stuff. Not only just because they look really badass, but there's a reason. So tell us, what's the reason everybody not only runs these things, but wins races with your wheels?
So with the product, we want to make sure our wheels can stand up to the deep and gnarly terrain of Baja, and that's usually we do most of our testing. So Baja 1000 is coming up next week. We've got the top competitors running our product. We've been running the races with the top 5 every year in a row. We do have a tire brand out as well for the UTV market. But the latest and greatest thing for here at the Off-Road Expo we're offering is we've got this bead grip technology right here. So what it is on the inner lip of the wheel, we got grip inside where the bead sits.
Wow.
And we got a really aggressive J lip.
That's huge, guys.
Yeah. So
absolutely huge.
A normal wheel is going to look like this. It's got a speed bump basically to it, and this is your normal standard street setup. With the new bead grip technology on our Trail Series wheel, it's going to hold that bead on with retention up to like 40% more than a factory wheel would.
That's impressive right there. So that answers the question: is what makes Method wheels better than everybody else's?
Hey, we're trying to do our best, and we're off-road focused, and we want to make sure we have the best platform for you guys to explore the trails with.
Hey, sweet, man. Well, I appreciate you talking to us. So I'm here at the Topper Lift booth, and you can see behind me this cool Tacoma. So one of the cool things I like about it is the fact that I've played with the option of putting a topper on the Colorado instead of like a full-on camper type deal. But check this out, how they integrate it here at Topper Lift. Tell us a little bit about it.
So basically what we did is we added sealed worm drives. Instead of clamping your topper down, these replace your topper clamps. The worm gears have been around for 30 years in farm and implement use. You basically install these. You can raise and lower your topper. What it allows you to do, it allows you to haul ATVs, lawn tractors, snowmobiles. Even if it doesn't fit, you stop at the height you want, take off and go. But then we came out with an insulated designed camper pack that's made out of boat cover material. It all folds up out of the 4x8, tucks away, but it's ready to go when you want to use it. We're looking at it on a little 5-foot Tacoma, a pretty small truck, but actually when you open it up and fold out the gate, you end up with almost 7.5 feet to camp in. It's a pretty slick system. Our whole goal is to utilize what we have, travel light, move fast. That's Topper Easy Lift. Lift and tent combo, $19.95. Drop ship to your home, self-install.
Guys, that's I mean, a rooftop tent's going to cost you this. Yep. So this right here is not going to add any of the weight to the top of your vehicle. You're still going to be able to wheel it. And the cool thing is whenever you want to take the trash out, you can lift that thing up, drive down the road to the dump, do whatever you need to do, and you can ride down the road with it like that. Yep. Right? That's what I'm understanding. Yep. And also, like you said, with the 5-foot bed, that is the exact reason that I have not done anything with the Colorado, because I sleep in the rig with a camper set up, and this right here takes care of the dimension problem that I have as a 6-foot person. So that's pretty cool. Now, how does it close up in the front there? Does it just zip up?
Yeah, it zips up. There actually retracts. It zips up right here, and then there's a window in the back with the screens. No seam. You just zip yourself up like this, and then there's no seam screens and windows on all 3 sides, so you can control the airflow. You literally can heat yourself with like an 𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐼 candle.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, check these guys out as Topper Lift. Hey, man, I really appreciate you talking to us about it. Thanks.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
Telling Brandon we're walking through the campsite. I'm trying to figure out, because inevitably it doesn't matter where I'm at, what part of the world I'm in. 2 o'clock in the morning when you're camping, you got to pee. 2 o'clock in the morning whenever you're in a hotel, you don't have to pee. That's how it rolls. But I can't figure out where all these folks are peeing at 2 o'clock in the morning.
The entire campground does not have any porta potties. all these camping people don't have any porta potties access. They have to walk a little bit.
That's crazy. You know, I didn't think about that. That's a sweet truck, dude.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. What year?
2008.
That is sweet.
It's kind of useless right now.
Why?
Nissan, I busted an ABS wire, and ABS is tied to the 4x4.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
ECU at the dealership.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it sucks.
I was just about to say, you don't see many Nissans. That might have something to do with it.
Yeah.
So that right there is the driving course in at Overland Expo. You can pay to go to classes. You see the trophy thing over there. From what I understand, you're not allowed to film those, but it's okay because they shut them down because the land was messed up. So one of the cool things about coming to places like this and these rallies and stuff is you really get to see the different options that are out there, not only in the vendor section but also in the camping area like here. And as you guys know, I've been kind of considering whether or not I want to do an awning or something of that nature. But if you take a look at this, I think I might have actually found it. This is an 𝐼𝐧 tent, it looks like. And you got a little front porch annex area where you can hang out away from the bugs and all that good stuff and the weather. And then you got a little tent area. And it looks like it could be relatively easy to set up, but it also looks like it could be relatively hard, so I have to look that up. But that's a pretty sweet tent setup. Mark. And check out this Land Cruiser he's got, huh? I mean, just look at this thing. Yeah, man, that thing's sexy.
So this is the 𝐵𝐿 company.
The 𝐵𝐿𝐿 company. All right, and this is what you guys do. Just this pretty too, because the other one they got right behind it is just as pretty, I promise you. Yeah, check them out.
That is the show. You doing this again, man?
I mean, is this, wait, hang on, we heard about double living. Is this double vlogging?
This is me vlogging you, vlogging me, vlogging you.
All right, you're vlogging me and I'm vlogging you, and we're both vlogging each other. Vlog at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, if we point the cameras at that point, does it go on for infinity?
Yeah.
I was just telling Brandon that realistically, dogs and animals are the only thing that you can compliment as somebody walks by, you know, like people walk by with cool dogs. So I was like, hey man, I like your dogs, pretty dogs. Imagine some guy walked by and I just looked up and I was like, hey man, pretty wife. The really cool thing about this is being able to just hang out with all the people, and you know, and like Brandon said, I mean, these guys are doing it right. You know, these guys aren't riding around with stickers all over the side of their truck. They don't have Instagram account. I mean, they might have them, but for the most part, these guys are just out there just getting it, man. That's all it's all about. It's not about the, you know, being a star or anything like that. They just go out and enjoy life. Like that guy right there, I bet that guy has some awesome weekends. You know what I mean? So any thoughts on Overland Expo? I had a great time. Personally, I had a good time. I think the situation in a whole is kind of a shitty situation. I think that there definitely could be better management of the situation. You know, the weather can't be avoided. Some of the logistics of the event could be bettered. It's real easy to point out the faults from a standpoint of where we're at as far as attendees and even as vendors and stuff like that. It's real easy to pinpoint all the different faults. At the same time, it's real easy to overlook how incredibly complex an event like this could really be to try to set up. But it could definitely be done better. I'm hoping that they learn from this and that they move on and they make things better. And we'll just have to see from there. But I really had fun. I met a lot of great people. I met a lot of great vendors. I've got some really cool, you know, different ideas for my build that I want to work on. And ultimately, that's what it's all about. And I think everybody had a good time. It was a little bit muddy, but it's all right. And I got to meet this guy, even though he doesn't like Bud Light. So all in all, I call it a success. I can't wait to go more. I can't wait to see more of you guys. I can't wait to meet more people, and I can't wait to keep on doing this. So till next time, peace.